Most people speak because they are terrified of the silence. They talk to fill the void, not to validate their presence, or to defend their ego. If someone insults them, they react instantly. If a room gets quiet, they get nervous and start rambling. The truly dangerous person knows exactly when to stay silent. They use silence not as a lack of words, but as a deliberate psychological weapon. If you want to understand how the elite, the manipulators, and the ancient Stoics controlled every room, they walked into without saying a word. You need to master the 3 rules of strategic silence. Rule number 1. Human nature absolutely hates a vacuum. When you refuse to respond to an insult, a manipulation tactic, or an awkward question, you create an uncomfortable empty space in the conversation. When you stop talking, the other person's anxiety begins to grow. The human brain is wired to look for feedback. If they attack you or question you, and you respond with absolute, unblinking silence, their mind begins to race. They start asking themselves, what is he thinking? Did I go too far? Does he know something I don't? Rule number 2. Silence is the ultimate shield of emotional invulnerability. The ancient Stoic philosophers taught that you cannot control what other people say to you, but you have absolute control over your reaction. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote that the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Think about what happens when you react instantly to someone who insults you. You give them exactly what they want: your energy, your attention, and validation. You hand your personal power over to them on a silver platter. You become completely predictable. But when you meet hostility with a calm, cold stare and 0 words, you remain an unreadable enigma. You show them that their words do not have the power to penetrate your mind. You don't lower yourself to their level. You force them to realize how small they are. In the game of power, the person who controls their impulses always wins against the person who controls the noise. The threat of the unknown. Rule number 3. People fear what they cannot understand. A person who talks constantly is an open book. Everyone knows their fears, their biases, their weaknesses, and their next move. They are easy to predict and therefore easy to destroy. Be an enigma. A silent person, however, is a black box. When you hold back your opinions and your emotions, you become a blank canvas. People will project their own deepest fears onto your silence. They will assume you are analyzing them, judging them, or planning a counter-move, even if you are just thinking about what to eat for dinner. This is why strategic silence makes you dangerous. It creates an aura of mystery and authority. It shifts the dynamic from you trying to prove yourself to them trying desperately to figure you out. Master your shadow. The next time someone tries to manipulate your emotions, trap you in an argument, or force a reaction out of you, Try doing absolutely nothing. Look them dead in the eyes. Take a slow breath and let the silence do the heavy lifting. Watch how fast the power shifts into your hands. If you want to control your shadow dot rather than letting it control you, subscribe to the channel and let's walk this dark path together. Subscribe to master your mind.